Hey everybody, what's happening? I was just reading, it looks like Sherry D got kicked out of DALL-E or Bing or something. These fucking temperamental robots with their sensitive feelings. Are we seriously in a place where even the robots are triggered? Is that what's happening? You're early. I am. I'm actually right on time. I saw that because she yelled at them. Well, that was like when I told Bing that her images she made were shitty. She was like, I'm sorry if I disappointed you. Goodbye. Oh man, welcome everybody. All right, pile of irregulars in here. Silver Fox, what's happening? Dr. J, it's Claire. Oh, Claire from Discord, Dr. J. Got it. Cool. You're killing it. Look what Claire's doing on D. Cool mid-journey work. Just like slaying it. Using blend modes. So I guess you've been working with Leah in the art guild, right? So cool. So cool what you're doing. I don't know. I'm impressed. I'm digging it. I am the idea of sort of group participation, AI generation as entertainment. There's something about this that's really fun, really interesting. And as more people are doing it, I'm also if anyone. So let's get started here, and then I'll talk about some stuff. But yeah. So I'm having a lot of fun in here the past few nights as like images are all over the place. This is one of the fun ones that who did this one? D. I'm putting all these images up that I didn't make. It's like at some point someone's gonna go, stop being a jerk and steal my artwork, man. You big fat dum dum. Where is show and tell? There it is. This was Oh, the internet is slow tonight. Am I all janky? Am I all frozen? Or am I good? Hey Nancy, what's happening? Welcome. Silver Fox shared with more than 5 friends. Willing to be called a weirdo. I like it. It's a solid move. Trying to find this image. Who made this image? Here it is. Private Pepper. Pepper made that image. Isn't that cool? All right. How do we add a node to AVL tree? I don't know. That's beyond my pay grade. I am not super technical. Although, if you join the AI Salon, which I'll talk about in a second, there's a guild within the AI Salon called AI Mechanics, where they're talking about that geeky stuff. So you can go in there and do it. I only paused once. Okay, absolutely. Everyone irregulars and molds present totos. Thank you, Clint Copperhead. I still want to call you Clint Copperfield. You want to be magician. ChatGPT gives step-by-step instructions to transition a community from Discord to Mighty. Oh, that's cool. Ted looks at life. All right, awesome. Yeah, so right now, the AI Salon is on Discord, and we had a guild leaders meeting today, and one of the guild leaders, Bradley, the guy that's head of the Entrepreneur Guild, said, check out Mighty Networks, and showed us what he had set up pretty quick, like in a day. And it looks like it does a lot of the stuff that that Discord sucks at. So it's pretty exciting. Franco Peronista, can you write code in Python? Can I personally, or can I do it with ChatGPT? Because with ChatGPT, you can. In fact, my first real epiphany with ChatGPT was I wrote like in 90 minutes, never having written a line of Python. I wrote a Python application, complete with calls to OpenAI, and I made a social media maker machine. I called it. Why are the llamas left out? Left out of what? The stuff that I talk about? Speaking of jank, here's a website called Civet AI that hosts all the custom models for Stable Diffusion, and it's always broken. So I made them this. Home of the jank. Herod, that's fucking great. We're single-handedly on the AI Learning Lab. We're single-handedly bringing janky back into the vernacular. ChatGPT, it's janky, but it's good. Civet AI, home of the jank. Janky? You betcha.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
All right, everyone. Welcome. So do me a favor, share the live if you're willing, tap the screen, follow the channel if you want to get AI content. I'm going to walk you through how to get started with all this stuff here shortly. And my name's Kyle Shannon. I'm an entrepreneur and the AI Llama Lab. Llamas is tasty. By the way, you can't tell DALL-E 3 that, wait, what did I do? Oh, I was in GPT-4 and said llamas is tasty, and I wanted to make an image of tasty llamas, and it didn't like that. It says, some people think of llamas as pets, and if you call them tasty, then that seems like it's violence against pets, and we don't condone that. Anyway, we also nicknamed this channel, well, I didn't, the irregulars did, Chat ADD, because of my condition. Don't we all have a fucking condition? It's just a condition. But anyway, yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the founder and CEO of a company called Storyvine, which is an automated video storytelling platform, which is 11 and a half years old and does not primarily use AI to do what it does. We figured out how to do it the old-fashioned way with XML. Thank you very much. XML and FFmpeg. Champ, what are you growling at? I'll be back. What? What are you doing? Who's out there? There's no one out there. What are you doing? Weirdo? Fucking weird dog. Oh my god, I love this graphic. Civet AI, home of the jank. So good. What was I saying? Entrepreneur, Storyvine, making shit with XML. Yeah, that. And I've been a founder for many, many years, many companies, and I was a founder of agency.com back in the mid-90s, which is one of the first digital agencies. So I was there for the early days of the World Wide Web, and the parallels that I'm seeing with this here AI stuff are insane. It's crazy. Crazy. Share-a-day, howdy. Violence against burgers. Exactly. You know, burgers were cows once too. I feel triggered. They did studies that showed the potatoes have emotions. Are you going to eat those fries? Could I have some? All right. So here's what we'll do. Got a few folks in here. Welcome. If you are new to this generative AI stuff, if you were scrolling along and you were like, is that Tom Arnold or Rosie O'Donnell? Who is that? And you just stumbled in here and you're like, oh God, this is about AI? I got to learn shit? I'm not technical. I hate this. Who are you? What are your qualifications? If you're anywhere in that neighborhood, welcome. You don't need to be technical with this stuff. You can be. The the popular press would make it seem that you have to be a full-on fucking rocket scientist. Now listen, if you want to actually make AI, then yeah, be a fucking rocket scientist. You know, go work on TPUs at Google, like Pate, who's in here a lot. But if you just want to use these tools, that's what this channel's about, right? So the inflection point that started on November 30th, 2022, which is the launch of ChatGPT, for me, that marks the moment when the AI industry kind of begins or kind of splits, right? Where prior to that moment, you just had to be, you know, a scientist, an engineer, a programmer, a mathematician. After that moment, you can be anyone, right? People are using ChatGPT to write books for their kids, personalized books for their kids. They're using it to do project plans for their business, right? So, if you're in this camp and you've never played with this stuff, what I want you to do is I want you to go right there. Chat.openai.com. Go there right now. Go there. Go there. Go there. Go there. Go there. Go. 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 Go there. All right? And just start playing. But Kyle, what do I do? Type something into the box. It doesn't matter what. Ask it to do something for you. Say, I have a stinky dog named Larry, and I want you to write a country song for Larry. And it will. It'll bang, knock it out. Or you know, whatever. I was talking to my 5-year-old daughter about AI today, also about DALL-E 3. Oh, that's really interesting, Brandon Jett. Yeah, boy, can you imagine? I mean, you know, it's amazing. You know, I grew up in a generation that lived a good chunk of my life without the internet, and then a good chunk of my life with it. And it always blew my mind that there were kids that grew up where it was always there. It was always on. And, you know, anyone that's kind of 5 or under, you know, right now is going to grow up their entire life with generative AI and whatever the hell it becomes, right? It's just going to get more and more and more, you know, fast and fluid and magical. We're going to be those old people going, in my day, you actually had to launch this thing called Photoshop, and you had to push pixels around the screen. You did it with a shovel and a rake, and if you were well off and really knew how to use Photoshop, you could use a Toro lawn tractor to mow those pixels down. What's a lawn tractor? Right, we don't have lawns anymore. Anyway. We're going to be those people. In my day. Oh, man. Okay. So I'll go through. So get ready to do some screenshotting. So if you're new to the channel here, I'm gonna walk through 4 or 5 slides that I'm not going to explain a bunch of stuff because there's so much stuff. What I'm about to show you, these are all sites and AI tools that I think are worth you spending time on right now. If you want to learn this AI stuff, if you want to get curious about it. So this is the adults table. These are the big 4. ChatGPT, Bard, Claude, and Bing. The notable thing I'll talk about here is Claude. You can put really long posts in, right? You can take a whole 50,000 word novel and either paste it into Claude or upload it to Claude and then start interacting with that novel. It'll read the whole novel and you could write a synopsis or you could write the first scene of a screenplay adaptation for it, or have it do some copy editing. Doesn't matter. It's really good for that. Okay. The kids table is Pi, Labs.Perplexity, which is Meta's Llama 2 model. Someone earlier said, why are you ignoring Llama? I don't know why that was said, but that's Llama right there. And then Poe's good. For image generation, you got DALL-E 3, which is amazing. I'll probably demo that some tonight. You got Midjourney, which I also might demo just to show the difference between having to work in Discord and not. Ideogram, cool, interesting, can do text on the images. Firefly from Adobe is safe for corporate work and getting better and better all the time. They just added generative drawing inside Adobe Illustrator, it's pretty solid. No, it's not pretty solid. It's janky. It's janky. Like all the tools, it's janky. But you can describe an icon and it'll make an icon right in Illustrator, which is pretty amazing. These are your video tools essentially, or voice translation tools. So Runway ML will do text to video, image to video. There's another one. I think I might swap out Runway for Pika Labs. Which one does your taxes? There are probably some that do your taxes. You could probably also use Code Interpreter inside ChatGPT to read tax documents and do analysis on them. But I don't know. Let me show you one other thing that might be good for you to go find something. Go to Futurepedia.io. I went there today. There's more than 5,000 AI tools there. I would look up financial tools. There's probably something that does your taxes in there, is my guess. With the tax stuff, I would still double or triple check it with an accountant if you're relying on AI, because the AI stuff's just so unreliable right now. It's all janky. So that's that. And then these three guys, Ethan Mollick, David Shapiro, and Paul Reitzer, are people I strongly suggest you should follow. Ethan Mollick, Wharton Business School professor, brilliant, posts on LinkedIn all the time, posts on Twitter all the time, has that blog. David Shapiro, mad genius, Fourth Industrial Revolution, AGI, open source dude, will make you feel intellectually puny. And then Paul Reitzer, nice guy, been at this generative AI stuff around marketing for like 5 years now, which is astounding because I've only been aware of it for like 3 years, and he started the Marketing AI Institute 5 years ago. So the dude is on top of it, and just really thoughtful. He does a weekly podcast that I listen to every week. One of the things people often ask me is, but Kyle, how do you keep up with this stuff? I just told you. Go to the Twitter, follow cool people, find these people, follow them, and then follow who they follow. That's a good trick for making your Twitter suck less. And then the AI Salon. Go there, and there's a meetup. We meet every other Tuesday. So next Tuesday is our next meeting, a week from tonight. And there's a Discord. The link for the Discord there, I think, is broken. There's also a link to the Discord in this channel's link tree. So if you want to join the salon or go check it out, go there. And that's about that. So the way this works here in the AI Learning Lab is you just post in your comments. You just post comments in like, hey, Kyle, tell me about that AI thing. Or what do you think about this? Or so-and-so made something with AI. Now somebody's suing them. What do you think about that, Kyle? Hey, Kyle. So just ask me shit. And then I'll try to answer it. And do you always make those annoying voices? Yep. So you're an idiot? Yeah. Exactly. Well, what are your qualifications? Interesting question. Very interesting question. Let's see. I've got a graphic for that. Sir, I demand to know what are your qualifications? Well, my qualifications for what, I would ask? Well, you're running a TikTok channel called the AI Learning Lab, and you seem rather elderly. What are your qualifications for TikTok? Oh, I have none. Okay, fine. But, artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms then? Nope, don't know them either. Okay, rather. Carrying on. What do you do here? Who are you? Why are you here? Marketing Institute podcast is excellent. Yeah, it's really good. It's just really down to earth. I mean, the thing about the Marketing AI Institute podcast, Mike Kaput and Paul Reitzer are the hosts on it, is they're just very down to earth, right? Like that's part of what I try to do here is, I mean, here I do down to earth and funny, hopefully. I attempt to be funny. But those guys are just like here's the 3 big things that happened this week, and then Paul kind of does commentary on them, and Mike kind of prods him. and it's just good, thoughtful stuff. And he's quite aware that these tools are not great, but they're as bad as they're ever going to be. And he's very aware that most people in business right now are willfully ignoring this shit, especially in senior management. And I don't know, it's just good. It's good. Best AI tools for filmmaking. I don't know a ton. Pika, Pika, Runway ML are the two biggies right now. There's one. I'm doing a workshop tomorrow night on advanced AI stuff. There's one called Wonder. Is it Wonder Dynamics? I think it's Wonder Dynamics. Wonder Dynamics. Is that it? Wonder Dynamics. Yeah, this is insane. Yeah, Wonder Studio. So you go to Wonder Studio. I think I signed up with Google here. Let me see. Let me see if I did. Oops. So see that weird walking pig? This was just a piece of video I took in Prague when I was over visiting our tech team. That was just someone walking toward the camera. And so you put it into Wonder Dynamics, Wonder Studio, and it replaces human beings. Like you pick a human being in the scene and it'll replace it. They've got like 20 robots you can choose from. And it does like all the rotoscoping or whatever the hell they're doing. I mean, they're doing it with AI, obviously not rotoscoping. But like there's a little animated dude. So I only did, 7 seconds of it, but look at that. All right. Crazy, right? So that's that. So I would look at those two. Look at 11 Labs for the voice synthesis stuff. I think the filmmaking within Canva right now, the ability to generate video, Canva has incorporated Runway ML into Canva tools. So I think you can, with your Canva subscription, you can do Runway ML things without having a separate Runway ML subscription. So anyway, anywho. So what are your qualifications? We would like to know. Sir. Yes. What are your qualifications? Rather. Best basic AI for learners. Happy Aussie girl. Welcome. I guess it's afternoon there. Is it afternoon there? Morning. I don't know. When is it? It's probably morning. Because it's like 13 hours, right? Let's go back to my little tools here. ChatGPT is the best one to start with. Prague is on the dream list. I got to tell you, I've traveled a fair amount. I don't enjoy traveling a lot. Prague was fucking amazing. Like it's got, Harry Potter castles, like castles that you expect dragons to fly out of them. Actually, our tech team is based in one of those castles. The offices are actually in one of the churches. That's one of those big, giant, crazy ass cathedrals in the town square. But it's just amazing. Like the people are super friendly. It's super welcoming, like super ancient and super modern at the same time, which throws you, because it's ancient in the way, like when you go to Disney World and you're like, oh, this is based on some castle somewhere. And then in Prague, you're like, this is like, like it's like you're in Disney World, but you're like, oh no, these are the real things. Like this is where they got those ideas. And it's like, wow, it's an amazing place. I loved it. I loved it. I would absolutely go back to Prague. And in fact, I think I will. I'm working on a project right now for one of our pharma clients, and I might need to go over there. My pal's camcorder AI is going to be lit for video editing that any marketer can do. Oh, that's super cool. Cavruno, send me the info on that. I'd love to check it out. That sounds great. Yeah, I think when video editing can get as simple as, just type it in. And I know there's a couple of tools where you type it in and it goes and picks whatever you call it, stock video for you. There's some of that stuff right now, but the ability to take a bunch of clips and automatically assemble them and do the editing, and it's gonna be nice. Especially if it's an overlay on top of an existing tool. All right, let's see. I've created a Discord bot that uses the OpenAI API to allow people to talk to ChatGPT from Discord. Not sure if that counts. All right, let's see. Let's get to the questions, shall we? All right, welcome everyone. Best AI tool for filmmaking, we just did. Tried to make a schedule for a summer camp using GPT. Started with basic rules, failed quickly. Interesting. I can generally tend to get it to do that stuff pretty well. I'm curious, how much back and forth did you go with it? Help, text secrets in D3. I posted my fails and show and tell. Oh, good. Okay. Where are your fails? Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, those are fun. Here. This was Tobias trying to get DALL-E and ChatGPT to spell right. Although these are good. These are spelling correctly. And then he couldn't put blood, but what'd you put? Transparent paint or translucent paint or something like that? Yeah, Learning Lab, that's right. Oops. Hey, these are the misspellings. It loves AI Learning Lab. AI, that's sort of right. Yeah, those are good. AI learning abs. What's that one say? Learning. This is like all the robots in all the movies always make those crazy sounds. Maybe it's because they're just trying to pronounce these words that it misspelled. I've never felt so qualified to be unqualified as I do here. That's the perfect place to be. So what SourceCamp's pointing out here is that he's realizing, or she, I think he, not sure, doesn't matter. When you're sitting on the outside of this AI shit, and you're looking in and you're like, it's scary. The robots are going to kill us, right? It lies. It can't type. It can't do math. When you're sitting on the outside of it, it feels like everyone else is the expert. And then you get inside it and you realize, oh, no one's the expert because this stuff is all brand new. Nobody has it figured out. Nobody. Zero people have this figured out. There are people that have how to make these models figured out, right? The scientists and engineers, but how do we actually use these tools in our lives and in business? That's what this channel's all about. That's what we're all trying to figure out. So really good. Best AI for financial services. I know nothing about that world. I would go to futurepedia.io, ALS, and just look for financial tools. I was in there today looking for tools. They've really improved. Futurepedia.io has gotten really good. It's got good search engine. The little tiles that talk about the sites, it rates them. It talks about how much they cost. Are they free? Are they premium? Freemium? All that sort of happy horse shit. And there's more than 5,000 tools there. So there's a lot. There's many rabbit holes. I mean, quite frankly, you could spend the next decade just with ChatGPT alone. With the current model, with all of its new functions that they just added, that's an easy decade in one tool. I would argue that ChatGPT at this point is more like 7 tools, but it's one URL, it's one domain. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, so true. Nobody has this figured out. Blue Wave Lady, 9.5 out of 10 on the name. Love the name. Good name. Yeah, nobody has this figured out. Nobody. And anyone that does, any of these guys,
you can make money with ChatGPT.
Fuck them. They're just trying to get your money to buy their stupid course on how you can make money with ChatGPT. If they were making money with ChatGPT, they wouldn't have a course on how to make money with ChatGPT. Do you get it? It's like all of those get-rich-quick schemes. I'll teach you how to be rich. Then why are you selling shit about how to get rich? Why do you need the money, asshole? See, I am still a firm believer that we can apply logic to the situation and things will get better. I know that the past decade of politics, we've gone a completely other direction where sanity and logic don't apply. I get that. I get that that's the world we live in now. I'm still fucking clinging. It's going to be okay, people. What's the best free ChatGPT to download? Well, you don't need to download it. I don't know what you mean to download. So, ChatGPT, you just go to chat.openai.com. If you're talking about on your mobile device, OpenAI has an official ChatGPT app. Do not download ChatGPT apps that are not from OpenAI. Make sure it's from OpenAI. There are a ton of faker apps out there. They're like your fake Nikes. These are like the fake ChatGPTs. They're all charging you money, and you don't need to do that. So they've got a free app. Bing has a free app. That's Microsoft's ChatGPT, which also has DALL-E 3 built into it. The official ChatGPT app, the base model 3.5 is free. If you want access to 4 and their extra goodies, that's $20 a month. There's an app called Pi, P-I. Who got money from NVIDIA? Who got funding from NVIDIA? Cavruno? Who you talking about? Who got NVIDIA? Do your GPT custom settings need to be changed to improve output? I.e., I'm a financial analyst. I'm a librarian. Let me go. I'll go walk through that a little bit. Your custom instructions. So there's 2 things here. One is just giving ChatGPT context in a given conversation, and then the other one is the specific function of custom instructions. So let me go show you both of those. Ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-dum, ba-bow, ba-dum-bum-bow, bam-bow. All right. Why does he sing such weird songs? He seems to have tics. Does he have Tourette's? Do-do-do-do, ba-diddly-do-do, bow. Okay. So we're just in normal ChatGPT. I'll do ChatGPT 4 here. All right. If I say, when should I buy a stock? So if you go into ChatGPT and you just say something like, when should I buy a stock? what's the best way to explain this? The way ChatGPT was trained was on as much of the public internet as they could find, right? So if I just say, when should I buy a stock? ChatGPT is essentially looking at all of the places on the internet in its training data where, buy a stock, or how should I buy a stock, where those words, kind of lived in semantically relevant clusters. And so what that means is there are places on the internet where super brilliant financial strategists said, here's when you should buy a stock, and when complete fucking idiots said, here's when you should buy a stock. Right? And it kind of amalgamates them all together, and it will give you an answer. And the thing about ChatGPT, one of my nicknames for it is mansplaining as a service, because it will confidently answer you even if it's wrong. But because you just said, when should I buy a stock, you're kind of looking at all of the internet. So you're getting good data and crappy data and stuff like that. So one of the reasons that using a phrase like, I'm gonna do a new chat here. Let's see. And I'm going to say, I want you to act as a financial analyst from Smith Barney who specializes in trading stocks, period. Any information that I ask you, I want you to think step by step and make sure that you're answering me with your deep knowledge of the financial services world, and particularly the stock market trends, and anything I should know to keep me on the up and up financially, period. When should I buy a stock? Okay, so all that crap before when should I buy a stock now, what that does in the vector space in the large language model is it kind of narrows the focus to look in areas in the data that are more closely aligned to your answer. So just even within a conversation, saying act as a certain thing is can be powerful. Now, and that's such a generic question. Actually, both of those are probably right. There's probably enough information out there on how to buy a stock, right? But if you, as you start to get more tactical and technical, doing the act like a persona does help. Okay, now we're going to do this. We're going to go to settings, and within settings, there's this thing called custom instructions. And custom instructions has, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to better provide better responses? And then how would you like ChatGPT to respond? So I'm going to turn this on. And so what I have in here now is, you're a pompous ass who uses big words even you don't understand. And whenever anyone talks to you, disparage their lack of intelligence and use obscure literary references, refer, and says, as a metaphor to your elevated answer. All right? So I'm going to do a silly one here. So I'm going to save this now. Now that that's turned on, ChatGPT will only act like a pompous ass. Like, this is it. Like, ChatGPT now is just an asshole, okay? A pompous asshole. So I'm going to say, how should I buy stocks? Let's see what our pompous ass did. Investing in stocks requires a thoughtful approach, much like navigating the intricate plots of Proust's In Search of Lost Time. To embark on this financial journey, one must educate oneself on the fundamentals of the stock market. Consider reading books on investing or seeking guidance from a financial advisor to grasp the nuances of this complex terrain. Once you've acquired the knowledge, it's time to construct a diverse portfolio. Blah, blah, blah. right? So we have a pompous ass. Finally, maintain a long-term perspective akin to the timeless themes explored in Shakespearean tragedies. So you could obviously go in there and give it some very specific custom instructions about, being a financial analyst and maybe what the background is. You could even, if you want it to act like a very specific person, you could give it, work experience. And then how do you want it to respond? You could tell it you want it to respond with tables and to explain, always present, a mathematical formula and explain it or something like that. And then it will just always be there. The challenge with custom instructions is that there's only one in ChatGPT. So I could imagine writing dozens of these and having like a library of these custom instructions, but you don't have the ability to save them within ChatGPT right now, right? That gets back to all of these tools are janky pieces of shit right now. This should absolutely be a tool where you can do, dozens of these things within the tool itself, but you can't. My problem with custom instructions is in here on my lives, I do stupid things like this one, be a pompous ass. And then I forget to turn them off. So I'll be in ChatGPT going, wait, why is this is weird. Why is this talking like this? And I'm like, oh, because I told it to. I told it to act like an idiot, and it is. So anyway. All right. Let's see. That's hilarious. Ted looks at life behind the scenes of the DALL-E 3 spelling engine. Oh, wait. You can't see it. Hang on. That's fucking awesome. and look, like one of the letters is even like not a complete B. Where is it? Right there. It's like a janked out D. That's awesome. Wow. A Marcel Proust reference. I've actually read his stuff. Oh, ChatGPT. Dozens of my colleagues are likely making bedtime stories in ChatGPT for their kids tonight. Oh, how did it go, Kavruno? Did you blow their fucking minds? Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. So Kavruno works for a big company and had a big AI show and tell. Like we're in the show and tell phase of AI right now. Like people are like, what's it do? And you go in and you show them stuff and you're like, oh my God. They have Kevin. How many Kevin McAllister moments did you have? That's awesome. That's so cool. I remember back in the old days, September, when Futurepedia only had 200 items in it. I know. Futurepedia was just like this. It was just like this dumb thing, and it was like, oh, it's they're adding a dozen things a week, and now it's 5,000. 5,000 mostly pieces of shit, but whatever. Welcome, everybody. This is the AI Learning Lab. If you have questions or comments about AI, pop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. I'll demo stuff. It might be fun. We'll do a little round of Chat ADD. It's a game show where
You can make money with ChatGPT.
I'm just gonna pop into ChatGPT. And just like a radio call-in show, you can make requests. Here's Muskrat Love for Sally and her broken heart. Camcorder AI, my pal's company, they won a grant from NVIDIA. Oh, cool. Oh, that's super cool. Let me go look at it. Camcorder AI. Hey, you remember in here? Oh, that's a rough name. Okay, here we go. AI-driven video editing for marketers. Modular and versatile. Grab your spot in the beta. Hell yes, I will. Sign up for the beta. Go to Camcorder AI, people, and sign up for it. I'm pretty sure I just installed malware on my computer. Just click on it. You don't need to read the terms of service. I'm sure your bank account will be fine. Kyle just seems to sign up for stuff. It doesn't seem very responsible. They have several imposters, so not sure which one is theirs. That one sounded like theirs, but I've got the aiLL Learning Lab, which is an imposter, so I understand the imposter thing. Plus, I've got imposter syndrome. Who'd have guessed? All right. What tools are out there that take text from ChatGPT and convert it to audio or even video? All right, let's go do that. Let's go right now. New chat. Okay. Here we are in ChatGPT. So we're going to start with, we want to make a marketing script, right? We want to make something. Now, let's make something less boring than that. You are a famous off-Broadway playwright, and you're going to help me create a compelling opening to my marketing message that has a dramatic flair, as if opening a Tony Award-winning play. Do you understand your mission? Oh, wait, do I still have on custom instructions? I don't think I do. It was too close to my pompous ass guy. Ladies and gentlemen, gather around for tonight as we embark on a... Okay. Now you're talking more like a circus barker than an off-Broadway playwright. Why don't we get a little more serious? Like... Pinter. All right. Of course, let's take a more serious Pinteresque approach. In the dimly lit room, the silence hangs. Okay, this is good. So let's see. In the dimly lit room, the silence hangs heavy, pregnant with anticipation. A single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing not a grand spectacle, but a solitary figure standing on the precipice of innovation. All right, this is actually good. It's good and annoying, right? So let's just we'll grab 2 paragraphs here. So you write whatever you write. You go to ChatGPT, you do your master prompting, you're like, oh my God, I got ChatGPT to give me the biggest thing, but now I got to turn it into stuff, and I don't like to talk on camera. That's weird. Fine. You get over it. I'll tell you what, if you go live on TikTok 3 hours a night for 4 months straight, you get over it quick. The acting degree doesn't hurt either. So, okay. So now what we're going to do, where we're going to go, we'll go to, there's a bunch of tools you can do this with. All right. We're going to go to 2 tools. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go, the first tool is called 11 Labs. And there was an article today about the New York City mayor is using 11 Labs, this technology. He's taking recordings of himself speaking English and using 11 Labs to turn himself into speaking Spanish and French and, all the different languages, and putting it in a robocaller. And they're robocalling, households that they know speak certain languages. And the mayor is calling people up and speaking their native language using this technology. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 things here. Where is my mouse? My screen is a little... Hang on, you know what I'm going to do? No, Kyle, what? Please, tell us. We're dying to understand what obscure little setting you're going to change so it's easier for you to see with your ancient old man eyes. I'm going to make my pixels bigger so I can find my thank you, Brock. Thank you for supporting my aging retinas. Okay. So we're in 11 Labs. I've already created some models. So one of the things you can do here is you can do, I think they call it an instant clone. So you can upload audio of yourself talking, and it basically makes a model of your voice. So I'll do a couple of things here. One is I'm going to pick something that's not me. We'll do a classy British mature woman's voice reading this script.
In the dimly lit room, the silence hangs heavy, pregnant with anticipation. A single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing not a grand spectacle, but a solitary
Yep, fine. Okay, so that's her. Awesome. So we're going to download that. And then we're going to go back, and I've got two different versions of what I did. I've got Pixar Bright and Pixar Normal. And so Pixar Bright, I kind of talked like this, like I was in a Pixar movie and I was talking fast. So I had this sort of elevated thing. And then Pixar Normal was me just trying to talk like this. So I'll grab Pixar Bright since it's a little brighter, a little different than me just blabbing. And so we'll generate that.
In the dimly lit room, the silence hangs heavy, pregnant with anticipation. A single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing not a grand spectacle, but a solitary figure.
All right.
Standing at the...
So we'll go download this. So now we got British chick and we got sort of Kyle. sort of youngerish Kyle. That sort of sounds humanish, but not quite really. And then we're going to go to a tool called D-ID. That previous tool was 11 Labs. Now we're going to go to D-ID.com. Digital identity. And we're going to log in. Let's log in. Let's do it, shall we, folks? Start free trial. Log in. Log in. Why they had to log in? Eddie, why you wash your dicky in the sink? I got an ice cream and you can't have none. Bam. Okay, so now I'm logged in. So now I can go create a video. And it's going to take us into a little studio. And so I can pick different characters. So let me go find a character. Oh, that's a premium presenter. Oh, these are all premiums down here. Here we go. Okay, this is good. Perfect. So that sort of looks like our British person, right? And so I can either use some of their synthesized voices they have in here, but we just made that synthesized voice over in 11 Labs. So we're going to upload our file. And so I am going to drag, is this her?
In the dimly...
Yep. So I'm going to drag her there.
In the dimly lit room, the silence hangs heavy, pregnant with anticipation.
What happened there?
A single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing not a grand spectacle.
That was weird.
In the
All right. So now we uploaded that. And so we got our little audio there. And we do generate video. And let's go. And so that's going to do that. So while that's doing that, we'll go create another video. So we'll go grab the Pixar me, which that was what that was intended for. And we're going to go upload.
in the dimly...
And then we're going to say generate video. And now, these things should be done relatively quickly. This site's pretty quick. What is this called? This site is called D-ID, Creative Reality Studio. So there's another one called HeyGen that is probably worth exploring because HeyGen does video translations that are fucking mind-blowing. In fact, while these render, let me go show you the HeyGen. This is fucking nuts. This is nuts, people. It's crazy, I tell you. It's so... Where is my mouse? Oh, my goodness. All right. So, This is a slide from a talk I just gave. Oops. That was not what
So we've heard from a number of clients that modular content is important to them, getting more efficient with how we create content and how we leverage content. Clienti dicono che il contenuto modulare è importante, rendendo più efficiente la creazione dei contenuti. Behind me, you see these little green boxes. That's how we think about stories at Storyvine. We break stories down into little atoms, right? Little modules. Dietro di me vedi queste piccole scatole verdi, così pensiamo alle storie. A Storyvine scomponiamo le storie in atomi.
A Storyvine. A Storyvine. I don't say Storyvine like that. I'm an ugly American that doesn't know Italian. I certainly don't know Mandarin.
23日会议讲是什么样子？我将分享人工智能及其实现的许多知识。我将分享我们目前的内容模块化方法，以及我如何扩展该产品和功能机的经验和策略。我还要谈谈已经整合到 Storyvine 中的 AI 工具。
All right, so that's that. And then you're like, but Kyle, is that really Mandarin? Is that really a good translation? I don't know. Let's ask someone that knows.
Here's Kyle talking Mandarin using
I'll be
AI,
back.
and what he wanted to know is, what does a native speaker think? Let's find out.
我还要谈谈已经整合到 Storyvine 中的 AI 工具。
That was Kyle.
Yeah,
Do you want
Kyle's
to give it a
Mandarin is really good. It's talking about the AI, some story, something. Yeah.
Okay, well, it was AI.
Yeah, it was AI.
It was AI.
It was AI.
Yeah, it wasn't him.
Oh, it's AI. Oh.
Yes. Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, Kyle, he didn't even realize.
All right, my battery was about to die. Hold, please. Hold, please. All right, so isn't that amazing? Pronunciation check. I don't know what that said. So let's go watch these things. So okay. So the translation I just showed, that's a company called Heygen, Heygen. And if you go to labs.heygen.com, that takes you to that language translation tool. It's pretty remarkable. Okay, so now these things.
In the dimly lit room, the silence hangs heavy, pregnant with anticipation. A single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing not a grand spectacle, but a solitary figure, standing at the precipice of innovation. As the first words echo through the void, they are not spoken lightly. They carry the weight of purpose, the gravity of a mission. In a world driven by chaos and noise, we offer you a respite, a sanctuary of clarity.
A respite.
Where the essence of our message is distilled to its purest form.
There was a good that was a good pronunciation check for Everhooked. And then here's me with my silly little Pixar voice.
In the dimly lit room, the silence hangs heavy, pregnant with...
Hey, look, I'm wearing the same shirt.
A single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing not a grand spectacle, but a solitary figure standing at the precipice of innovation. As the first words echo through the void, they are not spoken lightly. They carry the weight of purpose, the gravity of a mission. In a world driven by chaos and noise, we offer you a respite, a sanctuary of clarity, where the essence of our message is distilled to its purest form.
All right. So that's how you do that stuff. So, yeah, you can go from ChatGPT to an animated voice without having to... So that could be a photograph of you. It could be something you do in Midjourney. This is exactly what I was looking for. Thanks. Perfect. That's great. I had a feeling I knew what you wanted. Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-da-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum. All right. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, I hope everything's okay, Sherber. I see the responses to you. I didn't see the original thing. But glad you're here. Hang out, have fun, laugh. I'll keep acting stupid. I hope everything's okay, though. All right, what's going on there? Okay. Things going good there. Very nice. This is cool. That's beautiful. Although as Herod pointed out, the sleeveless suit is a little weird. My robot muscles are so big, I just ripped the sleeves off. Kyle, how did you make the Pixar-like image of yourself? Let's just go make one now. Wait, how did I do it? Did I do it? I think, yeah, I'll show you how I did it. I'm trying the brain. I'm trying to remember how I did it. I think I did it in Mid-Journey. And then I think I uploaded a picture of my fat face. Hang on, let's go play. Let's see. Slash imagine. Oh no, that's not what I need to do. I need to go plus. Okay. Oh, by the way, so where I am and what I'm doing. But Kyle, what are you doing? I'm in a place called Discord, which is a bad and evil place that was made by gamers for gamers. And so, unfortunately, Midjourney decided that this is the best place that we should be making images with command line interfaces or instructions. So all of these little dots down the side, these are different Discord servers I'm a member of. The one I'm in is the AI Salon, the one that I'm showing images from on my iPad. These are the little conversation channels, and one of them in our server is called Midjourney. If you go to the Midjourney channel, there's newbie channels and things like that where you can make images, but you can make them at the AI Salon as well. So we're going to go in there, and then this is where you make images. And you're like, well, that's kind of cool. What are all those letters? Why are they all the same? And so here's a bunch of pictures. So I'm pretty sure how I did the picture of me was I did upload a file. And then I went and found a picture of me, Kyle. Let's see. I'll be right with you. It's going to be really good, though. It's going to be so good. You're going to be like, oh, Kyle, that was so cool. Kyle is awesome. You're so good. That's fantastic. Contains 512. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Let's get one that's not totally horrifically embarrassing. This is my stepmom. Hey, Kathy. You can make money with ChatGPT. Oh, I was packing on some COVID pounds there. That was 3 years into COVID. Look at that hair. Ooh. Oh man. This was not a happy time. This was a little too long, and that one's good. All right, so I'm gonna upload that. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so there I am, and so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna control click this image. Is that uploaded? It's not uploaded. Okay, now it's uploaded. Okay, so I'm going to right-click the image. So basically all I did was I dragged it into the chat box and hit return, and that uploaded it. So now I'm going to right-click it and say copy link, okay? And then I'm going to do /imagine, which is how you make images in Midjourney. Why are you typing command lines? Because that's how they want you to do it. and then I'm going to paste in that URL. So the first part of this prompt is my image, and then I'm going to say, a young man in his home office smiles for the camera in Pixar animation style. And then I'm going to make it. And I think this is how I did it. And Midjourney doesn't judge. Like, I put a young man in there, it doesn't go, but you're an old man. And I think I did like I don't know, 50 of these things before I found one that was kind of the right. Like, I wanted a certain kind of thing. But you can already start to see that it's in the right neighborhood, right? Isn't that slick? Ba-dum, bam. That dude's fun. Although he looks a little scared. Let's do variations of 2. Okay, so if you haven't seen Midjourney before, so I just uploaded an image, used that as the first part of the image prompt, then said a young man in his home office smiles for the camera in a Pixar animation. And now you've got these U1 through 4, V1 through 4, and this little twirly thing. So twirly thing is I hate all of them, redo them all. The U's mean upscale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the V's mean give me variations of 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is this the interface? Because geeks. Okay. You're like, but Kyle, that doesn't make any sense. Exactly. So I like this one for variations. So I'm going to do V3, and that's going to give me variations based on that image. And then hopefully we'll have one here that's decent. And what I'll do is I'll take this over to DID and we'll generate a talkie version of this new version of me. And maybe I'll even do a synthesized voice from D-ID. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Are all of these paid? So this is from I'm a Librarian. Are all of these paid or free that you just used? Here's the challenge with all the multimedia stuff. 11 Labs is paid and not cheap. DID is paid and not cheap. I have Runway ML. It's paid and not cheap. HeyGen is paid and not cheap. So they're all pretty expensive. They all look scared, but that's okay. We'll upscale number 1 here. I think some of these have, like HeyGen gives you 2 credits for the translation thing. So if you just want to do a test, like for your company, but HeyGen ends up being, I think it's $2 a minute. So HeyGen is using 11 Labs for the voice synthesis on the back end, and then they're using their own proprietary mouth syncing technology, kind of like DID has here, to sync the mouth and those translation things. Anyway, there's me. It's cute. We're going to grab it. Or no, we'll save it. We'll save image. So we'll just save that to downloads is fine. We'll head back over to D-ID. We'll go create video. And now I'm going to add. And we're going to go find that image I just made. Right there. Boom. In it comes. And then we're going to select that. So there I am. And I think I can probably even... I could make it the whole size of this thing. That's a little too close. That's all right. We'll make a disturbingly close one. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so let me go back to ChatGPT and get our little script. Where is it? There's our script. We'll grab a different part of the script. We'll do a little longer one too. Bang. Okay. And then we'll go back to DID. And we're going to pop that in there. And let's see. Let's do South African English. And we'll do Luke. And then I'm going to say generate video. Wait. I just got here. How are we doing this, please? I love these in your other account. Oh, thanks. So what I did, Corey, was so what I just did was I went to Midjourney. So someone asked how I made the Pixar version of myself. So I went to Midjourney. I uploaded a photograph of myself. I then said a young man standing in his home office, a Pixar animation or something like that. And then it made those. And then I picked one of those. Now I'm in D-ID, where I uploaded that image and selected one of their pre-selected synth voices. So this won't be my voice. This is going to be some South African dude named Luke. and yeah, this will turn into a video. Here's one that I did before we got in here. This is one where I used 11 labs for the audio.
In the dimly lit room, the
And that's
silence
a
hangs
model
heavy,
of me.
pregnant with anticipation. A single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing not a grand...
One thing I did notice about
In the
these
dimly
tools
lit room,
is
the silence hangs heavy,
the
pregnant with anticipation. A single...
the mouth, like the detail on the mouth. When you start with the image, when they do this synthesis that moves the mouth, it gets really mushy from a just a clarity standpoint. So if you're picky about details like that in your video, these tools are going to piss you off. But tough. My thought on a lot of these tools is while they're janky, don't forget they're performing miracles. Like 6 months ago, none of this was possible. And now we can just upload something, pick a voice, and have it talk it. We don't even have to write it. We can just say, write me a script on blah. Green Acres is a place to be. AI Learning Lab is a place to be. ChatGPT is a life for me. By the way, everyone, if you're here, welcome. I know this seems like silly season, and as much as we have fun in here, playing with AI, just dicking around with it, is one of the best ways that I know to learn this stuff and what's possible about it. Have fun with it. The phrase that I've come up with that kind of describes this play that I'm doing with AI is what I'm calling lateral play, meaning there's things that I'm really good at and things I've been trained on, and things as a CEO of a company and an entrepreneur that are my day-to-day job. And then a lot of this AI stuff I'm playing out in the periphery of my talents. And sometimes I'm playing so far in the periphery of my talents, it's in areas where I've got zero talent, right? And that's what I'm calling lateral play. So lateral play is all the stuff out to the sides that even if you're just playing with it, what you're doing is you're learning what's possible. You're learning what the boundaries of this stuff are. And what invariably happens with me is I'll be in work and a client will say, hey, I'm trying to figure this problem out. And I'll go, holy shit, I just did some version of that yesterday when I was just dicking around. So that's kind of the stuff we're doing here and having fun with it. So if you'd be so kind, share the live, even if people think you're weird because you're sharing something about AI. Tough. Let them deal with it. And follow the channel. Follow my channel. Hop out and go follow. This guy is, my God, he's awesome. I've never seen anything like this. Right, because, this is just not normal. I'm neurospicy, as many of the people are that are in here regularly. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate that. I don't know why this is taking so long, but it's bugging me. Come on, man. Make it. Here's another one we did
In the dimly
earlier.
lit room, the silence hangs heavy, pregnant with anticipation. A
Indeed.
single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing not a grand spectacle.
Oh, there's lots of images. Oh, here, we'll look at images in the meantime. When that comes back, here's some of the things the irregulars are putting in AI Learning Lab Express Lane. That's great. Yeah, by the way, when did we all get hired to be grocery store checkout people? I know that's a Bill Burr joke, but seriously, what's up? Ungrounded. That's great. We have a fun, janky time. It's a janky good time. Oh, yeah. That's actually really cool. Who did that one? Sherry D, killing it. Green Acres as the place to be. All right, so some of the inside jokes here I'll explain to you. Llamas, because of llama too. Llamas is tasty. And then hedgehogs, that's because when OpenAI did their announcement for DALL-E 3, the little video example they had a hedgehog in it. And then I assume that's from a turtle. That's I like turtles. Although that looks like Yoda. But we got turtles down here from the I like turtles kid. And then the green zombie eyes are because of the zombie. So a lot of inside jokes here, but that's pretty groovy. Lots of neuro-spicy folks on TikTok do group folding, laundry folding. We mess around with AI. The group laundry folding. Okay, all right, you irregulars. Let's get some laundry folding images, shall we? I think it's important. All right, okay. I thought that might have been an interface issue in Midjourney.
As the first words echo through the void, they are not spoken lightly. They carry the weight of purpose, the gravity of a mission. In a world driven by chaos and noise, we offer you a respite, a sanctuary of clarity, where the essence of our message is distilled to its purest form. Gone are the grand gestures and theatrical flourishes. In their place, a stark and unyielding honesty. We do not promise miracles or utopias, but a path forward, a promise to navigate the labyrinth of uncertainty with unwavering determination.
I mean, does it compute with any of you like it computes with me that like when I was a kid and I learned about like, oh, I want to do animation, and then you learn how to do animation, and like you have to draw not one picture but 24 pictures per second. And if you have an ADD brain like mine, you're like, you get through halfway through the first picture and you're like, oh, fuck this, I can't do this. And now we just like can do it. It like what I'm sort of been, the phrase that's been popping in my head lately around this whole idea is the democratization of specialization. That there's all these specialty skills that people went to school for years for, that all of a sudden now we just get to have. All of us get to have all the skills to some degree, right? Is that thing anywhere near a Pixar animation? No. Will it be 5 years from now? Yeah, it might be 3 years from now. But right now, like, I can be a Pixar animator good enough to do something. And then if I've got talkie skills, I can record my own voice. And if I don't, I can just have ChatGPT write the script, DID or 11 Labs do the voice, Midjourney do the image, and you could make a whole, movie for your kid in over a weekend. I mean, holy crap, people. Good Lord. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Telling you, this is not normal. But it's not bad. Everyone's like, but the robots are going to kill us. No. Well, they might. They might. But that's not really your concern right now. All right. Some comments were filtered to protect the community's experience. Are you trolls in here saying the bad words? Or is it some Gen Xers like me who forgot to turn off their millennial filter? I feel so triggered. I know. It's crazy. All right. What's something affordable for us little guys? For all of that animation shit, the things that are affordable. So there's a lot of free stuff. Like the Stable Diffusion's got some animation stuff it does, and called, I forget what it's called. Whatever, it doesn't matter. A lot of the open source projects, like if you can geek out a little bit, there's a lot of free stuff out there. These things that just make it easy to sort of patch all these models together, like DID just did, and like 11 Labs is doing. Those require some money. So. Not a ton, unfortunately. I think even Canva's got Runway ML's video generator incorporated into it now. But you have to. I think the minimum there is $15 a month. But quite frankly, just if you're just trying to deal with the free stuff, use Bing, Bing.com, and Bing.com/create will do the image generation. That's GPT-4 and. DALL-E 3 for free. So that was the exact reason why I asked. Wait, what was that? Laundry folding on Discord. Oh, okay. Let me go look. Oh, these are good. Okay. This when you have a monkey do your laundry. That's really good. That was the exact reason I asked. I want to make a movie for my kids. Lol, best use of AI. Well, you want to know what's really for me right now? You know what's fun? What's funny? Alt Sams is at ATL Sams. So I guess it's Atlanta Sam S is my guess. Watch your ChatGPT here. It was a fine fall day, and that's when I chose bounty. You said the unalive word. Did I? Am I not allowed to say that? Well, I guess we'll find out if they shut the channel down for 7 days. It's exhausting. Yeah, well, whatever. Okay. Let's see. What was I talking about? We were talking about these things. Oh, the making kids things. Making stuff for your kids with ChatGPT. Sam Altman was just interviewed at I think it was at the Zapier annual conference, the developers conference for Zapier. And Sam Altman was there and was interviewed, and the interviewer asked him, what's been the most surprising thing about how people are using ChatGPT? And he said, like, the staggering amount of people making personalized books for their kids, like projects for kids, where the parents are like doing these really cool projects. I think it's so cool that of all the things he's like surprised and excited about, it's that one. And because it's fucking magic. It's magic. It's just magic. And you know, that thing that I just showed you, Alt Sams, or Atlanta Sams, is, you know, you could upload picture of the kid, picture of, you know, yourself, your wife, whoever, significant other, and turn them into Pixar things, and then you could have them running in a yard, or you could, and oh, here's another thing I'll show you. Okay. Welcome to Chat ADD. Let's go show you one other thing you can do since you're making a movie. I hope your AI condensed video sees the interesting content in my last comment. I hope your AI condensed videos sees the interesting content in my last comment. I missed it, Clint. So I don't know what you're talking about. Kyle is right. It's a bounty commercial. Yeah, exactly. I guess Yoda's the turtle. Let's go. I'll go back to Mid-Journey. I'll make a picture of like me on a bike, right? Like riding on a tricycle. And then we'll go over to Runway ML and we'll turn that image into a video. All right, so let's go do that. Oh. Okay, so I'm back in Mid-Journey, so I'm going to do /imagine. And then I'm going to paste in, that's the URL to the photo of me, right? So I uploaded that lovely photo, which could be used in a court of law, apparently. And then, we did the prompt that we did a little close-up there, but now I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do, let's see. A young man rides a bike down a suburban street where the houses look like 1950s birthday cakes in a Pixar animation style. All right, so now hopefully we can get a little bit of a zoom out of me on a bike. Oh, no. That's not good because we gotta zoom out. Copy. And I'm going to do another thing here. All right, so we're going to do /imagine. That was wrong. So I'm going to do medium shot. No, that's a medium shot. So we want to do action shot of a young man riding a bike. And then in a Pixar animation style. And at the end, I'm going to put --AR space 16:9. And so that's going to give me a 16:9 aspect ratio for this image because we're going to make a video. So why don't we make it like video shaped? Reality Defender raises $15 million to detect text, video, and image deepfakes. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, they'll probably be able to do that. But I don't think that's the solution. The deepfake people are just going to keep building stuff that's around the... Oh, you know what the problem with this is? I know. No, Kyle, what's the problem? The problem is I used a photo that was a close-up as the source image. That's the problem. All right, whatever. We'll just grab one of these and we'll go over to Mid-Journey or to Runway and we'll turn one of these into a video. And these don't even look like Pixar animations anymore, do they? These are bad. These are really bad. Oh, good Lord. All right, well, we'll go grab something else. Anyway, so with a better picture, you could do an action shot. Let me see if we can find another image to go steal here. Oh, you know what? Maybe I've got one. We'll grab one of the Irregulars images here, and we'll go make it into a video. I don't know if that one will animate. There's a good one. This is good and disturbing. Sherry D, we're going to turn this into a movie. This is going to give people nightmares tonight. All right, this is very, very good. All right, we're going to go here. We're going to save it. All right, so now we're going to go to Runway ML. And I think it's studio.runwayml. Is that right? Studio dot runway. Nope. Dang it. App.runwayml? Yeah, app.runwayml. Okay. So we're going to go to app.runwayml.com. And we're going to log in with our little account. And we're going to start with an image. And then I'm going to drag and drop an image there, which is that creepy image that Sherry D made. It's so creepy, but it's good. It's Halloween, people. Lighten up. So we're using images of Beelzebub himself and apparently his little buddy. Two large men with eyeballs. All right. And so that's interpolate. So you can grab the settings here. So this is general motion. So I'm going to increase this to like 7 because I want more motion in here. Oops, sorry. And then I think this is panning. So let's do I want to go in up or down? We want them going down. So we want to pan up. Yeah. So let's pan up. Okay, save. And now we're going to generate. Boom. And so Runway ML now is going to take that image and it's going to turn it into 4 seconds of video. And then after it generates the 4 seconds of video, you can actually extend it 4 times. You can get up to 18 seconds of video. So you could absolutely storyboard a project in Midjourney, get all of your components of your story, get them in some version of good, and then bring them over here to Runway and pop them in here. So, pretty cool stuff. All right, our video's done. Let me do that. This is very disturbing. Hey, so good. Oh. All right, this is the future we asked for. It's here. It came. Amazon, your future's been delivered. Oh my God, it's creepy. Take it away. Oh, I'm sorry, we can't uninvent this, ma'am. Once you've signed for it, this is yours.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Oh, never a dull moment. Yeah. Dad is 89. This stuff is blowing his mind. I feel like anyone that sees this stuff that looks beyond the surface of this stuff, I don't know how you can not have your mind blown. I mean, I talk about this shit every flippin' night, and as you can imagine, I'm also insufferable during the day. Hey, Kyle, how are you doing? Have I told you about AI? Yeah, Kyle. Can I tell you more? And it still blows my mind. It's unbelievable. How can someone create their own group in Discord and still use Midjourney? I forget how to do that, Brandon. Just go to YouTube and look it up. It's a specific thing you have to do. You do a thing, then you install the server, or you go to Midjourney, and I don't know. It's some sequence of 17 obscure steps that some geek made a video about on YouTube. But yeah, if you want to not do what I did and upload my real photo into a public forum on Midjourney, what you have to do is sort of create your own thread and then generate images within it. I just forget exactly how to do it because, lack of discipline, no prefrontal cortex function, whatever. I can't believe I used to spend time watching Hulu at night. The residuals from TikTok are going to be fantastic, Bob. Tell him what he's won.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Oh my God, Hulu's gotten so expensive too. We like got rid of our cable shit and did the, we'll just do streaming because it's cheaper. It's not cheaper anymore. It's all the same. All the capitalism, all the prices normalize, right? They all just fucking collude. They go to their annual conference where they have booths and booth babes smoking cigars. And they're like, what are you charging, Bob? I don't know. We're charging $89 this year. Oh, all right, you went up to 89, huh? I think we're going to go to 99. I'll tell you what, we're up to 119. All right, I like the sound of that. 119. Let's get those profits going, boys. Tired of it. Plus, they didn't pay residuals to any of the actors or the writers. At least the writers got that in their contract negotiations. It's great to be able to cancel Netflix, Hulu, Disney. All of them are gone. That's awesome. Instead of a still image, I don't know what that was in reference to. New book shows how AI can revolutionize book promotions and profitability. Absolutely. I kept watching Hulu, but cut out eating dinner. Hulu for us, it's like every 17 minutes, it just pauses. And you get the little twirly ball. And you're like, really? We this is where we are with our technology? It's 2023. We've got tools that are literally making movies for us dynamically, and you can't get your fucking little show to stream every night, every 17 minutes. My eyes are a little dry. People. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I know. I'm not drinking any water. I'm a little parched. All right. Great job. You've gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. That's cute. No. We don't. We're professionals. We don't take breaks. There's no crying in baseball. Softball, baseball, softball, baseball. I don't remember. Baseball. It's a book that tells how to ring Kyle's golden button. Man, Midjourney Discord interface just looks like AOL dial-up. I know, it does, doesn't it? Thoughts on AI's impact on the strikes? Justine Bateman wrote a really good piece. That's Jason Bateman's sister. Used to be an actress. Now she's a producer and a director and wicked fucking smart. Really knows computer stuff. So she wrote this piece for the Hollywood Reporter that talked about AI quite intelligently. And one of the points she made in the article was get everything you can on these strikes because this is going to be your last strike where you have any leverage. So the writers actually got really good stuff. They got residuals from streaming platforms. There's got to be a certain amount of writers in the room, right? If you're doing a show, right? It can't be just one writer and AI, right? Producers can't. So one of the things that happens when you write a screenplay is if they bring in another writer to rewrite, to do a polish pass on your screenplay, if the new writer writes more than whatever the percentage is, I think it's 50%, but whatever the percentage was, if they write more than 50% new story, then it becomes their story or their screenplay, and you get story credit. So they got in the agreement that if a writer produces a screenplay, the producer can't use AI to rewrite it at a significant percentage that it knocks their credit down. Basically, you can't have AI subsume credit for a human writer. They got that. And then they did something smart. So the thing that I was worried about with that strike was, like Justine Bateman's position and a lot of the writers' position and a lot of the actors' position was, fuck AI. AI's evil. Fuck you, AI. We'll never use it. And what they actually ended up negotiating was, we as writers can use the most powerful writing tool in the history of humanity, but if you producers take our work and train an AI to be as good as us, we reserve the right to sue the living shit out of you. So there's kind of this, mutually assured destruction thing, where the writers are saying, hey, we're going to use these tools, and the producers are like, that's fine, but they're like, don't take our shit and train your stupid AI on it and think that you can boot us out of there, because we'll come back and sue your ass. So I think that what the writers got is really good. I think they got a lot. I think from what I heard, that they got more than what they expected to get. So that's really good. I don't know the status of the SAG strike. I think they're still striking, and hopefully they'll get something similar. So the role of AI played a significant role. I think because this AI stuff, it's so clear to anyone who uses ChatGPT that its writing skills are so fucking remarkable that even if it's not human quality now, it's going to be pretty shortly, right? It's not going to be long. So the fact that they got, I don't know how long the contract is, but the fact that they got that in the contract for some amount of years is pretty significant. So it's good. Good question. Cognizant and Vinai Systems announced strategic partnerships to advance generative AI capabilities. Interesting. What's Vinai? I've never heard of that. Vinai Systems. The minds behind the machines, Dr. Sanjay Rajagopalan, Vinai Systems. What do they do? What do you do, Vinai? Oh, Vinai. Oh, hey, Mark. Oh, hi. Advanced generative AI capabilities. Yeah, it's one of those. I guess they're who we are. We're a human-centered AI platform and products company. Oh, I guess it's a tech consulting company. So they teamed up with Cognizant. So Cognizant has a clue about this generative AI stuff. That makes sense. All right, interesting. AI is decades old. Yeah, Smiley. So it's a really good point. So one of the things I talk about, I compare what's going on right now with AI has strong parallels to what went on in the early days of the World Wide Web. So in the mid-90s, the internet had been around for decades also, right? And it was primarily used by scientists and researchers and librarians, and they would go for an FTP files around, and their systems were connected, but they were basically trading research. And then Tim Berners-Lee invents the World Wide Web, right? And then they invent the browser, and all of a sudden you can surf the internet by doing this. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do command lines. And this captures people's imaginations because it's like, oh, I can click on a thing. And before that, to jump to another computer somewhere, you had to type in shit, and now you could just do this, right? And it changed everything. So similarly, machine learning and AI has been around for decades, but it's largely been the purview of scientists and mathematicians and deep minds at deep Google and all that sort of shit. And then ChatGPT comes along, November 30th, 2022, less than a year ago, but it's coming up. The anniversary's coming up. And it changes everything because it's the equivalent of this for machine learning and AI, right? Generative pre-trained transformer. So ChatGPT is generating original shit from this pre-trained model that is trained using these things called transformers. And that's the thing that changed everything. So while it is decades old, the generative AI thing isn't in the popular culture. And that's what this channel's about. So there you go. There you go. I told the guy at FedEx Kinko's about chat the other day. It was a 30-minute conversation. That's one of the downsides of sharing all this shit with people is about every, like what I find. I kind of find right now it's kind of like this. I'll bring up AI, and out of 10 people, 2 people just dismiss it out of hand. Some people in the middle kind of listen and kind of placate me and just roll their eyes. And then there's like two out of the 10 are just like, tell me more. What's going on? Can you show me something? I want to see it now. Or I'll show them something. They're like, oh, I've been thinking about playing with that. What does it actually do? And then I'll show them something. They'll be like, oh my God, can it do other things? I'm like, yeah, here, look at this. Oh my God. Those are the fun ones. I kept watching Hulu, but cut out eating dinner. We did that one. Filevine announces new AI-powered legal intake tool, Leads AI by Lead Docket. Sounds perfect use case. Just upload your shit here. Maybe we should go do a little ChatGPT stuff. New data suggests IT and security leaders are ignorant of generative AI threats. That doesn't surprise me at all. Actually, you know what's really interesting, Thelonious, is, there's that Ethan Mollick piece, Detecting the Secret Cyborgs, that talks about you've got subcultures within companies that are getting AI literate. And a lot of times they're not in the IT group. So you've got an IT group over here that's maybe not paying attention to this shit. You have some marketers or some people playing with ChatGPT that are getting AI literate with it and probably understand the privacy and security risks better than the IT people do, and they're starting to understand the business use cases of it. So interesting stuff. Kavruno, after my presentation today, I now have 3 folks buying me lunch to pick my brain. Fucking awesome. Secret cyborgs, I suspect. So Kavruno works for a big company, and she did a big AI education thing for a group today. So 3 people buying you lunch. I'm telling you, here's the deal. If you're in here and you're not playing with this shit, go to there. Chat.openai.com. Just go there right now. If you have not played with ChatGPT, that's the official website. I'm not affiliated with it in any way. I don't give a shit if you go there or not, but you should go there now. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm not very technical. No, not if you're in here. If you're in here listening to me make an ass of myself, go there. Go there right now and make an ass of yourself. But I'm not very smart. It's okay. Just go. All right? And just ask it shit. Tell it to write you a poem. Tell it to write you a song. Doesn't matter. Anything. And watch what it does. Try to stump it. Go there with some of your deep, obscure knowledge you still remember from college and try to stump it. And then, your second mission, should you choose to accept it, start talking to people about what you're learning. What did it do good? What did it not do good? Where was your mind blown? Where did it disappoint you? Start telling people about it. Who should I tell? What if they think I'm weird? Tell them anyway. Because what's happening with Kavruno is she's now establishing herself as a thought leader within her company. And as this stuff starts percolating more and more, it's going to be like a bloop, bloop, bloop. It's going to get up to the C-suite, and someone up there is going to go, I need to know about this AI shit. Well, anybody know about this? Oh yeah, we just had a workshop the other day. In fact, I went out to lunch with this woman, and she'll get you up to speed. All right, get her in here. I want to pronto. Now, do all CEOs of Fortune 500 companies sound like that? Yes. In fact, they do. I'm going as the singularity for Halloween. That's brilliant. I answered a Medicare AI robocall today, and it fooled me. No shit. Wow. Did you? Oh, was Sharebear? Was that in response to the thing I said about the New York City mayor doing robocalls? He translated his voice with 11 Labs, and is doing robocalls to people in the city in their native languages. I think it's actually brilliant. I wrote like a little thought starter on LinkedIn. I'm like, is it deep faking if you do it to yourself? Like if I take, the image of me speaking Italian and put it out there, that's not a deep fake, is it? Isn't that just me saying, yeah, I said this, but now I'm saying it in Italian? But I don't know. Interesting. Ask me about the curiosity experiment I did yesterday. Source Camp, what about the curiosity experiment did you do yesterday? Big Blue was AI. NPCs in games that don't do repeated predictable things are AI. Yep. Lots of AI out there. There's so much that's already embedded in what we do. I bet debt collection agencies are loving AI. Yep. I put a sign out at lunch saying, ask me about ChatGPT, not one single person. Fucking Source Camp, keep doing that and have your camera running. You should, I'll tell you what, you should either do that as TikTok lives or you should do the funny interactions as videos. That would be a hit. I don't know if you do TikTok or whatever, but that's a brilliant thing. Love it. And keep doing it. I love that. That's the free hugs meme, right? Ask me about ChatGPT. I think the sign you should have out there is
You can make money with ChatGPT.
and let them come over and then, sucker them in with you can make money with ChatGPT and then tell them what's really going on. Hey man, how do I make money with ChatGPT? It's been an hour. Oh, I'll get to that. Just right after this. Can I show you one more thing? That's the other thing. How much do you need to know to tell other people about this? This much. I know this much. It's there's this much to know. Nobody knows anything right now. So, honestly, if you can log into ChatGPT and kind of understand what the different modes are. In fact, why don't we go, since there's a pile of new people in here, it looks like. Let me jump over to ChatGPT and show you what's going on here. Because there's a lot. There's a lot in it. And a lot of people that I know that use ChatGPT don't necessarily know what's in it now. Okay. So this is ChatGPT. Let me close this. So down the left-hand side, you've got, this is my prompt history. And then over here, these are just some ideas you can click on. If you can't think of anything to say, you just click on those. They're just, whatever. They're fine. They're for people that don't want to engage their brain. But I would strongly encourage you, start engaging your curiosity knuckle. By the way, irregulars, I think curiosity knuckle is one of those things that we need to figure out what it looks like. I don't know where that phrase came from. I've never heard it before, but I definitely think that you should engage your curiosity knuckle with this ChatGPT shit. Okay, so then you've got ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT 4. Now, you would think, at least if you think the way I do, that if you've got ChatGPT 4 available, why would you ever use ChatGPT 3.5? Well, one reason is it's really fucking fast. So if I go down here and I go, write me an epic poem in iambic pentameter about a llama, a hedgehog, a turtle, and a zombie who are on a quest to find the tastiest soup in all of the land. Boom, 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 boom. Bing, bang, boom. She got me there. She got me there like the A train. In the lands where tales of old are oft retold, a llama, hedgehog, turtle, brave and bold, with zombie cursed by fate's relentless hand, set forth to seek the tastiest soup in the land. All right, so ChatGPT 3.5 is fast. Okay, now, ChatGPT 4. If you don't have access to DALL-E, it will be coming, but it's starting to roll out pretty wide at this point. But basically, you've got 5 different modes of ChatGPT. I think it is personally a bizarre UX travesty that these are 5 different modes, and it's not just smart enough to like dynamically switch between them. But whatever, I'm sure it's a safety thing. If you can't see these, so the way you get access to these is you pay your $20 to get the ChatGPT Plus flag, and then you get access to these. If you paid your $20 and can't see all this, you need to turn them on. So how do you do that? You come into your settings, and you go settings and beta, and then you go to beta features, and you turn that shit on. Bang, bing, bang, boom. She got me there like the A train. All right? And now you've got them available. All right, so the first one, default, is just normal ChatGPT. And from a writing quality standpoint, GPT-4 is like staggeringly better than GPT 3.5. It's just better in just almost every way. It can code, it can do all sorts of shit. In fact, let's see. Write me a Python application that is a clone of the classic Asteroids video game that I can play in a web browser. I don't know why it's capitalizing all my stuff. So this is actually going pretty fast tonight. So it described what it's going to build, and now it's writing the Python code. So if you haven't seen ChatGPT write code, it codes. You know what the nice thing about code is? You can actually see if it works. Go over to Replit, copy and paste this shit into it, and see if it works. And is it brilliant code? No. But the fact that I don't have to learn a line of Python and it just does this is just staggering. Okay, so that's just that. So now I'm going to do a new chat. We're going to come back. We're going to stay in default, and I'm going to show you something here. See this? What's that, Kyle? Hey, Kyle. What that? What that? That is GPT Vision. GPT can now see. So here's a whiteboard. I just got this off the internet. It's asserting dominance, Kyle. This is we went through this the other night. It's a design for an airport food ordering system or something like that. Okay, so it's just a whiteboard, right? And it's not particularly well done, but decent. And so now I can say, please analyze this application and write me the code framework for the main landing page where you order food. So it's now going to go read the whiteboard. And it's going to read the designs of the screens. And then it's going to describe to me what it's going to do. Let's break down the main landing page as depicted in your sketches. Welcome section. All right. Menu section. All right, this is slow enough that I'm just going to stop it. But it'll keep going, and then it'll start to write you HTML for your page. So that's that mode. That's just default, right? Then you got browse with Bing. So then we can do things like, what live acoustic music might I be able to see in Denver this weekend? And can you also make sure that you include a small review of the artists that you find? It's really weird that it's making these all caps. I think that must be something to do with my... I think the browser's, quite frankly, its memory's blowing out. So it's now browsing the internet. So it's looking for live acoustic music near Denver. It's reading Denver this weekend in some whatever that website is. So this new Browse with Bing feature is really cool. It shows you all this stuff. Clicking on songkick.com, reading Denver this weekend. So it's going back and forth between this article and something else, going back, right? How cool is this? So it's off doing the web searching. So this is an example of an autonomous agent, right? So it's taking action based on, I gave it an imperative, and it's sort of figuring out where to go, figuring out what to do. Dan Byrne artist review, reading Dan Byrne Wikipedia, right? So apparently Dan Byrne is playing this weekend. Someone just said, motherly advice, DALL-E 3 is great via ChatGPT 4. Yeah, I'll show it to you. It's staggeringly good. It's staggeringly good. Water break. Y'all are awesome. Man, it's still... Oh, Molly Tuttle's playing this weekend. That's cool. She's great. Christina Vane, artist review. And then you're like, but Kyle, this is so much slower than a Google search. Yeah, except with a Google search, I have to sift through 422 sites that have been SEO injected to serve me up ads rather than give me the information that I want. So the amount of time I spend is the same. The Curiosity Knuckle. Oh, I like it as a book. That's a great idea. So Dan Byrne at 5 Points Live on October 21st, which is in the future. That's great. Dan is a well-regarded American guitarist, singer-songwriter who's been compared to the likes of Dylan, Springsteen due to his prolific songwriting and folk rock sound. Nice. Perpetual Motion at the Mercury Cafe, a duo consisting of violinist Josie Quick and guitarist Tom Carlino. The pair has 6 albums together showcasing their exuberant and exotic music influenced by cultures around the world. Molly Tuttle and Christina Vane. That would be one I'd be interested in seeing. So anyway, that's that one. That's Browse with Bing. So it's no longer limited to September 2022 anymore. Then we've got advanced data analysis. This is another one that's just fucking insane. So we're going to click on this. We're going to go to, I'm going to go find a zip file. Let me see. Where do I have a zip file? I must have them in downloads. Archive 14 zip. Okay. So these archives, like, the reason it's 14 is I keep going to Kaggle, which is a place where you can get data. And so I get him just to do these demos. So sitting inside ChatGPT now is a zip file of some CSV or multiple CSVs. Please take a look inside this zip, period. There are one or more CSVs, and I'd like you to help me understand what the data is in them, comma, what might be interesting about that data, comma, and how you might analyze it in a way that brings it to life for me. Now watch what this does. I mean, so what's actually happening here is this is called advanced data analysis, the mode, and it's creating what's called a container. So within your chat session is a container that kind of acts like a mini kind of computer where it can actually run and execute code, and it's got its own little file system in this sort of temporary holding pen within your chat session. But it can write and execute its own Python code. So if you look here, it imports the pandas library, looks at the CSV, looks what's in it, and then what does it do here? It reads the data in the first couple of rows. Then it looks at here's all the columns in this data, right? So this is Spotify 2023 CSV data. The data set is quite rich and can be used for various interesting analyses. Here are a few possibilities: popular analysis, audio feature analysis, artist analysis, release timing. I'd like some artist analysis done, please. Is there a way to determine folk or Americana artists and rank them in terms of popularity and tempo? Oh, it doesn't have a genre column. Artist identification. Given the data set, never mind. That's okay. We don't need to do genre identification. Why don't you pick an interesting trend, analyze it, and create a stunningly beautiful visualization for me? And so now it'll go do that. And again, this is an example of what we will increasingly call agents or an autonomous agent, where you just kind of give the computer a goal and it will prompt itself to go take action and do other things. Right now, the actions that it's taking are sort of contained within this little container in this chat session. So it can write and execute Python code, but it's not going out to the internet and doing that. It's all sort of self-contained in this little world of data. But it's prompting itself. And like when it makes mistakes, it'll go fix them. So let's see. To create a visualization, we're going to define popularity, we're going to do a correlation analysis, and then we're going to do a visualization. So let's start with the analysis and proceed. So what it did first is it brought in Seaborn as a library and matplotlib as a library. And then wrote some code. And now it's doing some missing values shit. Let's start by converting. Okay, it appears there was an error because in Amazon's playlist column doesn't exist in the data set. This was an oversight. So it figured out it made a mistake, and it says, let's correct this by removing the... this is full-on data analysis. Full-on data analysis. And I don't know shit about data analysis at all. Imagine if you knew what you were doing with data, and you could come in here and do all sorts of crazy-ass stuff. It can also export CSV files and Word documents. All right, the missing values in streams and in Deezer playlists columns have been successfully filled with zeros. Now that we have a clean and complete data set, so it cleaned up its own data. If you've ever tried to do anything with data, what you know about it is it's always a pain in the ass. So here's a correlation between popularity and audio features. So there's little clusters around valence and energy. Danceability, energy, valence. Then it explains what all these terms mean. So that's advanced data analysis. Then you have plugins. So it says no plugins enabled. So I can install lots and lots of plugins. Let me do that. And in any given chat session, I can enable up to 3 of them. So here's one called Prompt Perfect. So this is a good example. Nice, simple one. So I can type in, tell me about quantum mechanics. Oh, wait. And then I think what do you do here? Hang on. Yeah, okay. If I start my prompt with the word perfect, and then say, tell me about quantum mechanics. Oh, authorization. I guess that plugin's dead. This is one of the problems with plugins. A lot of the plugins are pieces of crap, so I think that one's dead. Let me try another one. Here's HeyGen. Let's see. Text to video tool. Turn any text into videos. Please make a video about a turtle singing for supper. Let's see what this does. I haven't played with this HeyGen thing in a while. So let's actually go look at what it's doing. Text. Once upon a time in a quiet little... So it wrote, I said, make a thing about a turtle singing for its supper. It wrote, once upon a time in a quiet little pond, so it's using ChatGPT to write the script. And then it's going over to HeyGen using their plugin to make this thing. And then here's the link to the video. So now we're going to go over here. And your video is being generated. It's 10% generated. Wild. And we'll come back to that and look at it. All right, so that's plugins. So plugins, and there's like 1,000 of them. And, most of them are crap, but there's really interesting ones in there that you can go play with. Okay, the last mode, this is all ChatGPT. All of this is ChatGPT. This is the best $20 deal in the history of $20 a month subscriptions. So now we've got DALL-E 3. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go, I want you to act as an award-winning creative director for a major ad agency and help me come up with advertising campaigns for a glossy magazine for my company that makes hedgehog hair clippers, period. Before we make any visualizations, I want you to give me 5 concepts for what the print ad might look like. All right, so what did it come up with here? The aristocratic hedgehog, adventure ready, salon day at home, evolution of grooming. All right, let's do evolution of grooming. All right. I like evolution of grooming. Can you now create a creative brief where you have complete creative control and write the brief in such a way that the art director is going to know exactly how to make the image for this ad? And so now it's going to write us a creative brief. And so what I'm not doing here is writing a prompt, right? What I'm doing here is like what you would normally do in ChatGPT if you kind of wanted to come up with some concepts. And typically what you do is you probably wouldn't even go to this level, right? You'd probably just jump over to Midjourney or Stable Diffusion or whichever is the tool of your choice. And you'd start writing prompts about a specific image. But that's not what we're doing here. We're like collaborating with this thing to come up with a creative brief. And then, all right, with this detailed brief, the art director, so let's see what it came up with. Let's see if it's any good. Objective: to showcase the progression of hedgehog grooming tools over the ages, emphasizing the superiority and modernity of our hedgehog hair clippers. Target audience: hedgehog owners and enthusiasts who are seeking the best grooming tools for their pets. Tone and feel: educational, nostalgic yet futuristic. Okay, great. So this is like typical creative brief territory. Visual elements: background, a parchment or vintage paper. Timeline, a horizontal line running from left to right. Ancient, medieval, industrial age, modern. So there's going to be 4 ages on this thing. The lighting is going to be soft and ambient. Copy elements. The header, bold, elegant font stating the evolution of grooming from Stone Age simplicity to modern mastery. Colors, key takeaways. Okay. Now use that brief to create a landscape-oriented magazine ad worthy of GQ magazine. And that's it. And now it is writing the prompts, and it will generate the images. India now has AI news anchors. Yeah, they've had those for a while. I think they're using some of these. I think they might be using DID or HeyGen. I think they're using HeyGen, as I recall, for the virtual news anchors. It's crazy. This is all just crazy, people. This is all just crazy. I don't know if you knew this, but this is all of this that I'm doing. All of this that I'm doing. All of it. All of it. Is just ChatGPT 4. The $20 a month, you get all these features now. 3 weeks ago, ChatGPT was just words. And now it can see, it can hear, it can talk, it can make images, it can write and execute code. It's got all the plugins that can do a bunch of other shit. And then there's our magazine ad for hedgehog grooming. The evolution of grooming. Grooming. Gruyants. You know, and it followed the creative brief. I mean, this was essentially the creative brief. It didn't quite get, you know, the four areas, but I wasn't even trying, right? And if you wanted to fix this, you could just say, you know, actually we can try that. We can say, these are cute, but I'd like 4 distinct sections from left to right, a section representing each of the eras. Period. The thing I didn't tell you about the new grooming tool is that it uses lasers instead of steel. So make sure that the 4th section is futuristic and shows a laser trimming the hedgehog hair. But again, like, if I were working with an art director and they brought me that and I said, well, the brief said there should be 4 sections and you didn't do 4 sections, you can just tell that person, go make 4 sections, and you missed the laser thing. Did you not read? You never told me that. Oh, right, I'm an asshole. Get out. Oh, man alive. Man. We'll see what we do. See if we get anything better here. Submit lottery winning strategies. Yep, it'd be very good at that. Shout to everyone here in the lab. We are literally the 1% learning how to get ahead. It's true. It's true. Nexus, the AI hub. UK government investing in the water sector. Oh, this is cool. It still didn't quite do 4 eras, but this is actually slick, right? You got, well, the Stone Age shouldn't have scissors in it, but you can Photoshop those out. And then you got the scissor era, and then you got the clipper era, and now you got some sort of laser ass thing. Look, there's four things, and then it's just like that's not trimming a hedgehog. That is pretty much the aliens are invading Manhattan, but you get the idea. There we go. That finally hit the mark in some way. It's not trimming the hair; it's trimming the nose hair of the hedgehog. but just cuckoo, isn't it? So that's ChatGPT. That's ChatGPT. I was today years old when I realized there is a hedgehog emoji in my life. That's awesome. Oh, beam him up. Trimming the city of hedgehog, exactly. New York Times, how AI increased the graduation rate at John Jay College by 32 points. Interesting. Wow. All right, kiddios. Source camp. Facts. Let's see. If you could only use Bard or chat. Oh, what would I use? It's a good question. So I have them together on my list as the top 2. I have ChatGPT here and I have Bard here. Bard right now is nowhere close to ChatGPT. Not anywhere close. But the reason I have it number 2 in my list is because they're about to release this thing called Gemini. So Gemini is the internal name of whatever their next large language model is. They're claiming it's going to be 5 times better than ChatGPT-4. I don't buy it. I don't believe. Yeah, forever hooked. Thank you for the glasses. But even if it's as good as ChatGPT-4, it's going to be amazing. And it's also going to be multimodal. And some of the visual stuff that Google has released in papers over the summer is really quite remarkable. Go look up a paper called Style Drop that Google put out. It's insane. It's insane. Silver Fox. And folks, that's Kyle. Tell your friends.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Yeah, welcome here, everybody. Looks like we have a bunch of new people. If you'd be willing, share the live and go follow my channel and all that happy horse shit. So I think that Bard is going to be really, really good. And then we're going to have two major tools that can do almost anything. And there's okay, so want to hear another rumor? OpenAI right now. So OpenAI has a big developer conference on November 6th. We're at October 16th today. Is that right? They're going to announce some shit at their big developer conference, right? And they've just released like these 5 new features within ChatGPT. DALL-E and the Browse with Bing came back, and Vision, and they rolled out custom instructions, and right? They renamed Code Interpreter to Advanced Data Analysis. You would think that kind of stuff is stuff that they would announce at their developer conference, right? If it was the new stuff. It's not the new stuff. The stuff that they're giving us right now is the shit that they've been testing all summer. The new shit apparently there's something within OpenAI right now called a Arrakis, Arrikas, I think, that is supposed to be like the next thing. So you got all this shit that OpenAI just put out that I still can't get my head around all of, like, not even all of what you can do. I can't get my head around the thinnest layer of possibility of what you can do with ChatGPT right now. And then Google is going to try to preempt the OpenAI developer conference. So sometime between now and November 6th, I would assume we're going to see Gemini sometime in October. And then November 6th happens, and we're going to see whatever the fuck new thing that OpenAI is going to tell us we'll see mid-2024. And it's going to be insane. And then November 1st, 5 days before the OpenAI conference, Microsoft is releasing Copilot into Office 365. So you're going to have ChatGPT 4 inside Microsoft Office, right? Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, all that shit is going to have ChatGPT integrated inside it and connected together. I know, champ. I know. You want to go out? What do you want to do? Come on. Let's go. I mean, how are we supposed to keep up with this, people? It's exhausting. It's really exhausting. All right. Do you think prompt engineering writing will be a future career? So Jay Sillo, it's a great question. I think it's very, very important right now to learn it. And not because I think you're going to need it all that much. If you're a developer, if you're an engineer and you're working on back-end stuff, I think you're going to need to know prompting. But even then, I think we're going to get prompt development tools that are going to get incredibly sophisticated. So I don't think it's a long-term requirement. But I think that learning prompting right now is kind of the equivalent of why we still learn how to add and subtract and divide and multiply on paper, right? Do you really need to learn how to add and subtract with today's computers? No. But we want you to understand the concept that when you have these three objects and then you subtract two of them, you have one, right? We want you to understand the concept. Because the tools are so limited right now and relatively simple, now's a really good time to understand, like, the difference between a Google prompt, like a Google search prompt, and a ChatGPT prompt are night and day. It's the same open box, right? But what Google has taught us over the years is just put in the minimum amount of words that are keywordy enough for us to search on. Because if you overpopulate a Google search, you get back garbage, right? So they've taught us minimal input. If you put minimal input into ChatGPT, you get back shit. You get back high hallucination, generic shit. And that's one of the reasons that people sour to ChatGPT early is they put in, like, write me a poem, and it writes a shitty poem because there's no direction there. There's no context. So understanding that the way these large language models work, they need context. They're like an idiot savant where they've memorized all of the world's information. So they know it all, but they're just dumb as a rock. So you have to go, okay, ChatGPT, I want you to act like an architect. And then I want you to be really good at, like, the measurements and the angles and plumbing and the wiring and, like, the walls. I don't know anything about the walls, but, you know, the walls. And then I'm going to come up with a house idea, and I want you to help me come up with a house idea. And you tell it all this shit. And then you say, could you come up with a concept for my living room? And it will, and it'll be good. So, like, understanding that it is a fundamentally different thing that's happening, I think, is really important right now. Because for the next 18 months, you're going to need to have some skills to be able to navigate these different tools. And then what's going to happen is just like some of the stuff I showed in ChatGPT here, it's going to start prompting itself. And when it starts prompting itself, then you just need to kind of give it directions. So a lot of the hype around, prompt engineers are going to make $900,000 a year. I don't think companies are going to need prompt engineers. I think they're going to need AI literate people who have lots of different kinds of skills, but almost all of those skills are critical thinking skills, because the tactical execution is going to be done increasingly by AI. So what's left? Horizontal thinking and critical thinking. Is what ChatGPT gave me any good? I don't know. Let me analyze it. Let me think about it. Here's what we're trying to do as a business. Here's what it gave me. Is that any good? That's this. OpenAI dropped work on new Arrakis AI model in rare setback. Wait, OpenAI dropped work in rare setback. I don't know what that means, Thelonious. That's a weird headline. What's the setback? I don't know what dropped work means. There was someone said in an interview with Sam Altman the other day that there was some rumor that like OpenAI has cracked AGI, and Sam Altman said, "Calm down, people." I don't think they're close to AGI, but I don't know what Arrakis is. But I don't know anything other than people have been sort of talking about it. But they're probably going to announce something on November 6th that's more than the shit we've seen. Creating safe AGI that benefits all of humanity. That we're going to need to do. Why is Tobias muted? I don't know. He shouldn't be muted. Did somebody mute Tobias? Dum-dums. I'll go unmute him. Hang on. He shouldn't be muted. Hang on. Oh, thank you for the hearty hearts. Where do I go? Settings? Moderators. Oh, I don't have Tobias in as a moderator. I should. All right, Tobias is now in as a moderator. How do I... Hang on. That is OpenAI's new mission statement. Oh, yeah. The AGI thing. Yeah. Arrakis is their effort to approach AGI, brings a wide range of AI capabilities. Yep. Have you gotten access to Google's image generator? I see all the articles about it, but can't use it. I haven't yet. No. If it's anything like Style Drop, let me show you Style Drop. This paper was amazing. And I don't know where this is. I don't know why it's not out, but maybe it's part of Gemini. Style Drop. Google. I want the actual paper, people. Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Is this it? Nope. That might be it, but I don't know how to look for it here. Style Drop. Google. Oh, here we go. Is this it? Yes. Okay. So check this out. This is just amazing. Okay. So you upload this image, and so it's a kid's drawing, right? On wrinkly paper with crappy watercolors. And all of these are just prompts, right? So a banana in that style, a penguin in that style, an F1 race car in that style, okay? So what they do here is they keep the prompts the same, and we can just flip through these different styles. So uploading a single image, like pay attention to the hat and the moose. Well, actually, like this row right here, and just watch how stylistically different this thing makes these things based on the source image. So there's Starry, Starry Night, right? Look at that hat. Like, that's totally Van Gogh. And this is like that 90s icon style. Remember this style? Like, look at the moose. Like that's totally spot on in that style. So's the car. Right? It's not in 3/4 view anymore. It's profile. Like, these are all in profile. They're really simple, right? And look at that. Look at that one. Look at the hat. Like, look at that. Look, that. I mean, this stuff's amazing. Look at the stickers. OpenAI scrapped Arrakis launch after the model didn't run as efficiently as they thought. Oh, interesting. All right, so maybe even pinned. I'm jumping up and down. Nothing can be done. Didn't run as efficiently as they expected. Oh, that's interesting. They scrapped it. All right. So maybe November 6th won't be as exciting as I thought. But anyway, this is Style Drop. So if anything even remotely like this is in Gemini, then, you know, OpenAI has some major fucking competition. Because this is Google. Like, Google has been embarrassed for for the past year because the ChatGPT thing blew up so hard. And they invented this shit. And every time they made a release of something, it was crap. Their current Bard is not crap. Their current Bard's actually pretty good. So it's gotten a lot better over the year, but it's like, it's not anywhere near the neighborhood of GPT-4. So, yeah. Style Drop. Yeah, that was Style Drop. So it's not out yet that I know. Ooh, I could use that for modding icon packs for my phone. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Welcome, everybody. Share Bear, thank you very much. Welcome to the lab. I know there's a lot of new people here. My name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. I've been at this for like 3 hours tonight, so if my voice is sounding crispy and I look exhausted, that's because my voice is crispy and I'm exhausted.
You can make money with ChatGPT!
Yeah. So if you have questions, feel free to pop them in the comments below. I'm actually going to go show a couple of things here just because it's important. It's important. So the first one is, if you have not played with ChatGPT, just go there right now. Go to chat.openai.com and start playing. Play until you have your Kevin McAllister moment, which is this. Remember Home Alone? Everyone that plays with this, that I have, you know, introduced to this in some way or reintroduced to it, has that moment. And once you have that moment, it's like red pill matrix shit where you can't unsee it, you can't unlearn it, and you realize that the world will never be the same. Here's the thing about these tools. The world has completely changed, but most people don't know it yet. That's happened. Like, this is past tense. But most people don't know it yet. But go play with that until you have that moment. And then you enter the rabbit hole that you can't escape. The other thing is, if you're interested in joining a community of weirdos, miscreants and ne'er-do-wells, join the AI Salon. So we meet every other week. We meet physically here in Denver, and then we meet online every other week. So next Tuesday is our next meeting. And we have an online Discord server. If the link to that Discord is broken there, you can also, there's a link to the Discord in my profile link tree. But go there and you can ask questions, you can hang out with us and geek out. We started guilds 3 weeks ago. So we've got an art guild, a writing guild, a business guild, an entrepreneur guild, and an AI 101 guild. And then we just added AI mechanics. So getting under the hood of AI. So we now have 6 guilds. Yeah, go do that. Go do that. And by the Storyvine down there, that's my company. That's my company. And what else? Subscribe to the channel. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Do you remember Oddworld? That was a great game. Follow me. A muted Ninja Turtle. That's pretty funny. I loved Oddworld. Cam Catkin from Cleveland. Wasn't Oddworld the best? Like the sound effects on it and just the farts and the hilarity. Check to see if Tobias is muted, please. How do I don't know how to find him. Old guy trying to learn TikTok. We got a problem, people. 135. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's top viewers. Well, Tobias should certainly be in top viewers. Why can I not search this? Come on, TikTok. This AI does not seem to earth-shaking from what you showed. I must be missing something. I don't know which AI you're talking about, and I don't know what you're trying to do, Troy. If you give me a little more detail. I mean, listen, it might not be earth-shaking. I don't know what you're trying to do. You might be used to things being able to write you a business plan in 20 seconds. It's possible. Wait, there's Tobias. Can I? No. Well, let's see. Hang on. Let me go see if I can find Tobias in here. Can I click on a user? Yes. Oh, he's muted. Of course I'm not going to be able to find him in the comments. He's muted. Who muted Tobias? You evil people. Why did mods even pin Troy's comment? Not necessary. That's okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind. Whatever the comments are, I don't mind them. But I do mind that Tobias is muted. So I'm trying to find how I do that. Anybody know how I fix this shit? My brain froze like Mitch McConnell the first time I logged into ChatGPT. Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, this is just like shit. Exactly. Show us the list of sites again, please. Okay. All right, so get ready to screenshot. I'm going to get out of here soon, so this is the last time I'm going to do this tonight. So this is my list of shit you should pay attention to, and this is not. I'm not partnered with any of these like this. I don't. If you go to these or not, it's no skin off my back. This is kind of the order that I'm paying attention to this stuff in. So this is generally in order of preference, but for the most part, for each of these little tables. So these are the top 4. OpenAI and Bard. Bard's about to get really good. OpenAI is already staggeringly good. Worth the $20. This is free right now. Claude is really good. You can do super long prompts there. And Bing is free, but the safety guardrails are so bad that it's annoying. It's just annoying. This is the kids table, so Pi. And go get the iOS app of Pi and put it in conversation mode. It's really good if you want to have a conversation with an internet-connected large language model, this thing's wild. Perplexity.ai and labs.perplexity.ai, worth your time. Tobias, wait, not trying to be rude at all. My apologies. You weren't rude, Troy, at all. I just be more specific about what you're trying to do and what wasn't good. There's Champy. Did you go out? Good boy? Yes. And Poe.com's kind of fun. Let's see. For image generation, screenshot this. So Bing.com/create, that's Bing's version of DALL-E 3, but DALL-E 3 is also being rolled into ChatGPT 4. It's being rolled out for anyone who's a Plus member. If you don't have it yet, it'll be coming. It's coming soon. Midjourney is really good for artists, but you have to do it in Discord, and it's a pain in the ass. And now that DALL-E's gotten so good, and depending on what happens with Google, I think Midjourney's in trouble from a competition standpoint. Ideogram, good, but fading. Adobe, really good and getting stronger. They are aggressively going after generative AI, and they're doing it in an ethical way, in a really smart way. I think what Adobe's up to is really smart. Moving pictures, videos, Runway ML. Runway ML is now embedded in Canva. So if you use the video generation tool in Canva, that's actually Runway ML's technology. HeyGen's video translation is mind-blowing. Skybox.blockadelabs.com is really impressive, although not all that technically interesting yet, but really beautiful. You can make 3D worlds that you can spin around. It's text to 3D world. It's really interesting. And then the final little bit, those are the tools that I play with regularly. There are like 5,000 more tools at futurepedia.io, or there's an AI for that. I don't know how many are there. There's 5,000 plus there. And then these three fellas, I think, are worth following. I also think there's a woman on TikTok named Rachel Woods with the AI Exchange who's also worth following. I think I need to put her on the list because these are three white guys. It's like, there's plenty of us. So Rachel Woods on TikTok, the AI Exchange, is someone you should follow. She's wicked smart and is doing kind of AI applied to business in a quite smart way. And she does workshops and all sorts of happy horse shit like that. All right. So those are the big things. And then the AI Salon, the salon.ai is the URL. Join that. Join us. Follow me. Cool, right? Yay. You did it. Yay. All right. Let's see. Do you have anything with Midjourney? I don't know what you mean. Do I have anything with Midjourney? Yes, he does have stuff with Midjourney all the time. Oh, like, do I do stuff in Midjourney? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Psychic medium. Thank you for the ruses. Very, very nice. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it quietly. This is all just me sitting here night after night in the lab. But Kyle, it looks like a janky home office. You think? Do you have links to whichever of these have Android apps? I don't. I'm an iOS guy. The Android app world is just beyond me because there's so many faker bullshit, scam apps on Android. It's one of the, but although Apple's got a bunch of them too, there's just no good way to deal with that. First hour tonight was all Midjourney practically. Yeah, we did spend a lot of time on Midjourney tonight. I use free OpenAI. Nice. Very good. I don't see any reason to pay. What does it do? So Psychic Medium. So I just went through. So free ChatGPT is good. It's good and fast. 3.5 is good. But I went through. You must have come on just right after I did it. ChatGPT 4. If you pay the $20 for Plus, you get access to all the new shit. But they just released Browse with Bing, Vision. So you can upload images and it can read and analyze images, advanced data analysis, plugins, and DALL-E 3. All of those are available only within ChatGPT Plus. It's like the best deal for a technology subscription. What you get with those different modes is staggering to me. It's way beyond. It's multimodal, right? You can make images, you can read images, you can, analyze spreadsheets, and it's anyway. So I didn't used to recommend paying the $20 to OpenAI, but now I do because there's nothing out there even close to it right now. My bedtime reminder. Gotta go to bed. My iOS is yelling at me. I use for my dreams. Are there any code completion tools that are run locally so as not to leak my proprietary code? There's, what's it called? Open Interpreter is out there right now, but I think it's only doing code interpreting at a system level. I just go look up Open Interpreter. So that's something that you install on your machine, but I think it's just running. Go look at Open Interpreter, because I think Open Interpreter is one that does that kind of code interpretation stuff. Okay, thank you for explaining. I'm 60 and new to it and use it for interpretation of my dreams. Oh, yeah. So another thing that you might want to play around with, Psychic Medium, is go check out Claude.ai, because it can do really long documents. So if you've ever been in ChatGPT and you try to give it a document and it's like, I can't deal with this, it's too long. Listen, I didn't train for a marathon, okay? So, Claude can take like 50,000 words as in the prompt. So if you have any really long documents or a whole series of dreams that you want to put in, you can do that in Claude. Claude has a free version as well. They just kind of rate limit you if you're doing a bunch of long searches. But I'll tell you what, if you're doing dream interpreting, this could be good. You could either, if you ever draw images from your dreams, the vision could interpret, your drawings, or if you have clients' drawings. But also, you could take your dreams and put it in DALL-E. Actually, let's go do that. This is going to be fun. All right, Psychic Medium. So you want to know why you should pay the $20? Here's why. All right, so here's all these different modes I was talking about, right? So you got your default mode. That's the one with vision in it. So if you go to default, you can upload an image and it'll see it. This is connected to the internet. That's that data analysis thing. Plugins are plugins. They're whatever. DALL-E 3. So I'm in DALL-E 3 mode. So I'm going to say, you are an expert dream analyst, and I want you to help me understand my dreams. And once we have a good sense of what's going on, I want you to help me visualize them, period. I had a dream last night that I was in a rowboat in a small muddy pond on a moonlit night, and I was rowing away from the shore, and as I pulled on the oars, I noticed that the flat part of the boat was facing in the direction I was rowing towards. And the water piled up behind the boat as I pulled the oars, and the muddy water of the pond swallowed me up, and I knew I had drowned. Then I woke up in a panic. What does it mean? Rowboat and pond. Rowboat can symbolize personal effort, using your own strength to navigate life. Rowing in the wrong direction. The fact that the flat part of the boat was facing in the wrong direction suggests a sense of resistance or going against the natural order of things. This could imply that you feel you're working against the flow in some part of your life. Water piling up and drowning. Water in dreams often symbolizes emotions, blah, 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 blah. Waking up in a panic. Okay, so pretty cool. Now, would you like me to create a visualization of this dream for you? Yes, and make it dark and moody and make it landscape orientation. And so now it's going to go bring that crap to life. We'll see how it does. Be interesting to see, because it's a fairly mundane dream from a visual perspective, but we'll see what it does. It's off writing image prompts right now, right? It didn't take exactly what we talked about up there, but it's taking all of that. So this is generating images in the context of a conversation. It's insane. Well, we'll see how good it is. That's creepy. These boats don't have a flat back end. So I'm going to say, those rowboats don't have a flat back end, and the image should be of the water piling up and subsuming the rowboat and the person. I'll try one more here. The flat part of the boat. In a rowboat, well, you may not. They have the transom where you attach the motor. It's flat. So if you're rowing against that, the water piles up against it. That was a real dream I had in college. I was like burning all-nighters for like a week and a half in a row. I just wasn't getting enough sleep. I was really stressed, and that was a dream. It was the most literal dream I'd ever had, where it's just clear that it was like, oh, I know exactly what's going on here. Yeah, that's it. See the flat part of the boat? But I was in the middle thing. I was rowing. Yeah, that's right. That's still the wrong boat. Like, these are ocean. These are like dinghies from big ships. That's more the rowboat it was. It was even smaller than that, but anyway. Cool, huh? So there's something there. I think that's worth $20 a month. That's wild. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Isn't it? Psychic medium. It's just like, it's like, come on. It's like the other thing, psychic medium, that you can't know unless you play with it is the language nuance of GPT-4 versus GPT 3.5 is like, it's not even in the same neighborhood. So even though 3.5 is really, really good, 4 is on another level. And just like from a mathematical standpoint, GPT 3.5 is 175 billion parameters. And you're like, what are parameters? Doesn't fucking matter. GPT-4 is 1.8 trillion. So it's like 11 times more shit. And GPT-4 is also this thing called something of experts. It's basically 8 different models. I think it's 8 or 10. So GPT 3.5 is like one massive model that's 175 billion parameters, and then GPT-4 is like 10 180 billion parameter models that are each, like, one specializes in programming, one specializes in whatever, literature. Like, I don't know what the 10 experts are, but when you do your prompt, GPT-4 is like going to like the best core models to bring you your answer. So it's wild. It's just crazy. So anyway, yeah. But listen, here's the deal. Thank you very much. If 3.5 is doing you fine, you don't need to change anything. But, there's some other shit you can play with that might be fun for your business. What shortcut is your microphone speech to text, please? It's just on a Mac, it's function 5. It's the one with the little microphone on it. I think you have to turn it on in accessibility. Thanks. Ain't a boat person. The flat part of the boat. that really happened to me. Wow, that's terrifying. It's fucking scary. It was really scary because I was pulling and I was like, okay, I'm getting there, and I was pulling away from shore, and then it just went, and the water went around me. It was crazy. All right, psychic medium needs to explore. Go explore, Denise Lee. Do it. You'll have fun. I predict you'll have fun. All right, everyone. It's late. I gotta get out of here. My eyes are bloodshot and bleeding. It's fun hanging out with you. Hope you had fun tonight. Yeah. Follow the channel if you would. Let people know. Bookmark it. Do whatever you do. Thank you very much, Psychic Medium. I appreciate it. And Clint Copperhead, irregulars, everyone, mods, presenters. Apple user, thank you, Kyle, for the time you shared. Good night. Good night, all. Thank you, Apple user. Be not afraid. Thank you. Good seeing you. Psychic Medium, have a good night. Cam Catkin, Clint Copperhead, you the bestest. Thank you very much, Corey. I appreciate that. Who else we got in here? I know we got Emilio's wife is in here. You know who's in here is Tobias, but he can't say anything. He can't say goodnight because somebody muted him. I didn't mute you, Tobias. That wasn't me. Don't put that shit on me. You know I wouldn't mute you. You're my homie that hangs out in a hot tub watching the AI Learning Lab. All right, everyone. Hey, Pate, good to see you. Cavruno, congrats on your your 3 free lunches. That's awesome. I have a feeling good things are going to come. All right, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.